content, course, curriculum, what you are going to learn in this 5 months of the period. You may have a lot of queries in your mind. Sir, I'm working so and so area. So do I need to, if I want to switch my career into the treasury and risk management area, am I capable? There people might have a lot of queries on that. Okay, yes, you don't worry about that. I'm sure I would recommend here, please practice well whatever I'm going to teach you. If you still not able to understand, some trainers what they does, I'm not going to tell any one of the name. Towards the end of the session, let's say now today we are going to discuss a small topic. In that topic, so the moment when I'm going to start the topic, if you have any question, any concern, I would request you to please kindly raise your voice immediately over there. Do not wait until to end of the session. Some trainers, what they does, okay, we will take your open question, but towards end of the session, we will cover. That practice I'm not following because see, until end of the session, there could be a chances the trainee may forget what they need and what they are going to ask. That is the reason I would recommend here, do not wait until the to move out of that topic. At least you can raise your voice immediately and get the things clarified over there. Okay, this is my humble request for everyone. Yes, now let us see the topics what we are going to learn in these 5 months of the period. Hope you could see here. Basically, I'll come to there. I'll come to the part one, part two. First, let us have a look at, okay, so here you could see the beginning of the topic which we are going to start, but we are going to ensure after completion of the basic configuration of FICO, yes, then only we are going to get into the cash and liquidity management, because the basic configuration of FIC that I did not included in the PDF. Okay, just for your kind information. Yes, this is the first topic you may come to know, and also I'm going to tell about this one, why this is the first topic which we have included before getting to start the treasury. Yes, there is a reason behind that. Okay, then definitely you will come to know before going to start the session. So the cash and liquidity management, you might have aware, or some people might have experienced where they can able to create, or they might have worked to creation of the manual memory cards and all. But here main intention is that the cash and liquidity management, which is going to integrate with the electronic bank statement. So that is very, very important here, because majority of the organizations, so whoever is moving from ECC to S4 HANA, or if they are going first time that greenfield implementation, I have seen practically, yes, they are adapting this functionality, especially cash and liquidity management functionality, to see the liquidity position. And with that information, the management is going to take a decisions on time. This will help us, but we will see that how this is going to work, how the integration will happen with the electronic bank statement, and also how users can be able to create the memory cards, and that we can see how that integration will happen, how the statements will get processed. We will see that one. Then cash flow analyzer for planning. Yes, this is a one of the Fury application. This is one of the beauty application in S4 HANA. Yes, with that, how the planning can be done, we can see that one. Once that will be completed, then we are going to start the treasury. So in the treasury, what are the topics we are going to discuss? You could see here, overview of treasury, because everybody is talking about now here in this forum, at least we have 10 to 15 people are available. But first of all, we are just joining into the treasury session, and what is the use of treasury? Why treasury would require for the organizations? Some people can say treasury. Treasury means it's for trading activities. It's not for trading activities. Especially, we need to think about a manufacturing industry perspective. Now, today you could see here the exchange rate, how the exchange rates are being day by day. It is the exchange rates are increasing. The how the risk which we are going to mitigate. And also the interest rates. Now you could see sometimes, right, because of the inflation, the RBI is going to increase the interest rates due to the fact it is going to impact on some home loans, personal loans, whatever it may be. So always we need to think about a manufacturing industry point of view and how the corporate treasury, because see, it's a treasury, it's not a normal treasury system. What SAP is going to support, it would be a corporate treasury. There is a lot of difference between normal treasury and corporate treasury. Just for your information, yes, definitely we will come to know when we are going to start the topic. Now, the first topic would be money market. In that money market, there are n number of instruments which are available. Based on my past experience, what are the instruments which are to be required? I mean, majority of the organizations, what they are going to implement. Yes, based on that, yes, I'm going to train and also we can also choose the instruments. So fixed term deposit, deposited notice, commercial paper, cash flow transactions, current account style. In addition to this, right, even recently I have added one more additional topic, which is the especially in the money market, right? So intercompany loans. Yes, that is also one of the important topic. Yes, that is there from the long back onwards. Yes, that topic also which we are going to cover. And also facilities. So just for your information, what are the topics we are going to discuss? Yes, mirroring, month-end activities. What are the month-end activities, correspondences? So all these things will be covered in detail. And also see the way of explanation would be here. Each and every configuration step I'm going to do in front of you. And also I'm going to capture the screenshot, what I did configuration. And in addition to that, right, even that end user scenarios also, I'm going to execute in front of you only, just for your information. Now, once the money market will get completed, yes, foreign exchange. So foreign exchange, there are few instruments are there, spot contract, forward contract. So netting, other things are there. And also, especially in the Forex contract, right? So we must have to learn that it will be interconnected to the derivatives. Yes, we can see that how the derivatives concept, which is going to work and how it will help to the organization. Then securities, after completion of that one, how the securities are being configured. So especially this topic, right? So mutual funds, bonds, there are variety bonds or the fixed interest rate bonds, variable interest bonds, and what are the month-end activities which we are going to see. Then derivatives, especially in the derivatives, right? So some people may think about, okay, if they would have participated in the trading and in the regular trading activities, right? Derivatives, they may think about futures and options. No, you're right. In especially in the treasury, we have a different types of instruments: caps, floors, interest rate swaps, cross currency swaps, futures and options. Futures and options, that is a last option. But in addition to this, right, these things are very, very important one in the treasury, especially caps, floors, interest rate swapping, cross currency swaps, currency options, and all. Then once this is getting complete, once this topic will be over, now trade finance. This is one of the new topic which has been introduced in S4 HANA about the trade finance. So where in ECC system, especially the trade finance, which was interconnected to the sales and distribution and materials management. But now in S4 HANA, especially the concept they brought into the under treasury, because especially when the moment the international trades are happening, either it could be a buy or it could be a sell, especially the letter of credit and bank guarantee concepts would require either customer perspective, either vendor perspective. This has to be there. Even this letter of credit and bank guarantee, even within domestic sales also, yes, these two instruments may apply. I'm not saying that only this would require for international trade. No, even for domestic trade also, even practically I have seen, yes, that could be required. Now, once this topic will be completed, now moving to the hedging. Yes, hedging is one of the hedging cockpit and what are the changes between ECC and S4HANA, especially that exposure management 2.0. Okay, what is the exposure and why we would require exposure and how that exposure can be created and what is the raw exposure and how the exposure will be part of automatically into the hedging cockpit and how we can create the trade request if at all if you want and how we are going to measure whether that product or that the instrument will be qualified for hedging or not. There are prospective and retrospective test will be there. So the condition should get satisfied, then only that instrument will be eligible for a hedging. Okay, that all the things we are going to see that what is the see now raw exposure and snapshot designation and the okay hedge profile effective test. This is what I mentioned here, prospective and retrospective test and how the hedge accounting will help to the organization. Then once that is completed, then the last topic would be in the treasury commodities. So in the commodities also, yes, we are going to see what are the commodities we are going to buy and we can see, but especially in the commodities, right, we have a individual module, the commodity management, there is a commodity price engine, okay, where that is going to helps to the mining industries, okay, especially mining and other industries, they are going to adopting that one. But now you are right, the if we think about manufacturing organization perspective, the CPE and all that doesn't require. Okay, this I'll clarify and also I can show you over there. Then mirror deals, treasury payments. Yes, we have a separate concept. Important treasury reports. Coming to that risk management. In the risk management, as you know, treasury is a separate topic and it's an independent object or independent module. Risk management is a independent module, but risk management is a dependency on treasury and treasury is a dependent on risk management. It's a both like FI and CO, I would say. Now risk management, market risk analyzer, credit risk analyzer, yes, cash flow analyzer, portfolio analyzer, these are the things are going to cover. Coming to that part B, credit management, yes, this is going to cover especially that what are the changes between ECC and S4HANA and what is the exposure and what is the statistic check, what is the dynamic check and how the what is credit horizon and how it is going to impact. So what are the business scenarios which are being involved? Yes, we can see that one. Coming to that next one here is a collections management. So what is the use of collections management overview? What are the changes between ECC and S4HANA? So all these things and how the configure, what are the configuration steps which are being involved and how the work list which will be generated, what are the programs need to be executed at backend in order to bring the FI line items into collections management, that I can show you practically in front of you. Then coming, the next one would be a dispute management. Yes, the dispute management also, which is important for us. And what is the overview of dispute management and why the dispute is going to arise. So these are the things going to cover in detail and how the dispute can be created and how many ways are there in SAP system in order to create the dispute, that we can see in detail in the session. Now the next one here is a overview of biller directive. So there is a separate concept biller directive where it is going to integrate with the Java application. It's a like e-commerce application. Okay, but this I cannot show upfront. I'm just giving information. If you ask me also, even I also don't know about how that will be integrated to the biller direct because it's a sales related application. But yes, I have the few documents. I can also give the information what is the process and how the integration to be done, but this I cannot show in the system because it's still we would require third party application. Then coming to that, the next topic would be bank communication management, and that in-house cash management and in-house banking, then multi-bank connectivity, then what are the Fury apps which are being used, and also interview preparation, other open topics if in case if there are anything to be open. Okay, just for your kind information. So in this 5 months of the period, yes, we are going to learn a lot of things. So, but I would require your support also to successful completion of these topics. So if anyone has any question, let me know, because few people did attended the demo session. For them, I don't think any open question. If the peoples who are attended only on today, for them, yes, please kindly let me know in case if you have any open question. And also coming to that, the server, right? This, let me clarify. The server, what we are having here is a 2023, just for your information. And my ID and the trainer SAP ID, just for your information, pathway one, this is my ID. And also the client SAP client is a 200. Yes, in S4 HANA 2023, we have client 100 and 200. 100 is configured for external people. If anyone wanted to obtain the services, they would like to utilize that one for their practice purpose. But this 100 client who are not part of our regular sessions, it's given for all people. But especially the client 200, yes, it is been configured and designed only who are attending the sessions, the live sessions only. Okay, because other people, so I have any experience in 2021 and 2022 and other environments. See, people, so they're just coming back and they are doing their own changes. Even they were changing the standard setup also. So due to the fact, we have decided that we don't want to follow that approach. Now let us have a separate client, especially for the live session. So that is the reason. And also please kindly take note, every day this will be monitored by me or my backend team in case if there are any standard settings which we are going to change, right? Okay, please do the changes and put it back immediately after completion of your task. Okay, please, I would request you to kindly do, and also do not disturb my company code. Okay, whatever I am going to do the configuration, you can always, you can copy and you can do whatever you want. But the thing is that I would request you to, you can do your own configuration. You can refer it. I mean, in case if anything is required, you can utilize my company code as a mirror and you can do it, whatever the things you want. But still, right, kindly do not touch that one. Okay, so now as I mentioned, right, the class timings, I'm just once again I'm reconfirming. 7:32, 7:32, 9 a.m. IST. It's a daily session. It's a, just for your information, I'm reconfirming. It's a daily session from Monday to Saturday. Okay, Monday to Saturday. Only we do have, this is the batch, and even I do not have any other batches. Okay, just for your information. Towards end, I'll tell you there. I mean, I have some important information. I'll tell you where I would require your support. Okay, so I'll tell you towards end. If any question about the timings and if anyone need any clarification, so please kindly let me know.
Yeah, hi Vijay, good morning.
Yeah, hi, Sunny. Yes, please, please.
I didn't get an opportunity to join in demo classes, just this is the first class for me. I have few questions. Uh, how beneficiary if someone having experience in other module like FICO, uh, TRM and FSCM will be advantageous for them. Else, is it fine to jump directly without having any kind of experience to take up TRM or FSCM? What are the modules, I mean, topics you have shown us?
Okay. Okay, so this is the same question which we are asking many people during the demo session also. Okay, let me clarify your question. I would recommend here, see, to be honest, we are all working for what? At the end, the benefit would be CTC or money. Just, I'm not going to hide anything because you people's already experienced, you know better than me in some areas. Okay, I'm not saying that. But now, if you if we are going to continue being as a FICO consultant, right? So max to max salary, you know, the market standards, once we become a senior, right? Then there will be then the junior people, so whoever we can see, right? They are crossing our CTC and they are also moving forward. But because they are the youngsters, we cannot, maybe sometimes we may not able to give competition for them. Yes, obviously the experience point of view and that's a knowledge point of view, yes, we will be standing in front of the client and that also even more than the what juniors. But the thing is that now market perception has been changed. Now a person who is working in a FICO, if he want to switch his career from one organization to another organization, right? The market is not that much good, to be honest, because the expectations are nowadays. You can see, you can also check anyone. The expectations are high and high because, sir, you have 10 years experience in this industry. Then what else you have apart from FICO? What else? Because we in S4 HANA, majority of the clients, this is the fifth implementation for me in S4 HANA, especially what I have seen that, right? So whoever is working, whoever moving from ECC to S4 HANA, are only there was only one greenfield implementation until now. In my S4 HANA experience, just leave about the greenfield um, implementation client, right? Because we can convince them, we can show them these are the options are available. But right, who were all already having that ECC, the management peoples, the process owners, they know better than us the business process, what it is running, what they want in future, right? At this point of view, right, I have seen that majority of the clients are adopting the new features of S4 HANA. If we would like to be switch our career, there will be an opportunity. I'm sure about it. Opportunities are there in the market, but where is the skill set, right? If let's say now, if we go and ask to our manager, sir, I want to switch it, or I want to move out from this project. Okay, can you give this opportunity? Means the manager definitely they will question us. Do you have this this knowledge or this on this topic, any experience? Then they cannot justify their right, okay, in front of the client. They cannot say that our person is going to learn and they are going to deliver this objective. So I would recommend here, first join it, learn, then you can try to start switch your career. Okay, so now I hope in this forum, I think one of my student, he recently he came out again, he joined one of the organization. I don't remember his colleagues here. They are also here. You can I don't want to name that organization also, because he got very good CTC, but due to the organization pressure, it's a he mentioned even yesterday also I had a discussion with him. Now, he joined into one of the big firm organization. Yes, I had a discussion with him, but over a chat. Not I did not call him. Now you could see that, but he was also working as a FICO consultant. The moment when he want to start career, right, he struggled a lot of things. Now he is enjoying the benefit what he is getting. Okay, because see now he can able to say that yes, I can move that project, this project, even the opportunity if I will get cash and liquidity management, other treasury topics also. He is saying that confidently, yes, I can able to deliver all these subjects. But the person who doesn't have experience in that area, right? Definitely the confidence is a matter and the knowledge is a matter. Confidence, yes, right. Even the school kid also can say, yes, I can do it. But that is not the matter. But once we stand in front of the client, the actual challenge will come to know. I hope you people already know about that one. Okay, so the challenge will come, then we need to be showcase ourselves, then we have to resolve that error. We should be in a position to answer the question to the client, okay, in a proper way. That is what I would request you people. First, you can start learning. Definitely, it will be benefit after completion of this 5 months, right? The training. Yes, I'm sure you will be getting a lot of benefit. Yes, you will be upskilling your knowledge. At least, right? I would say after completion of this 5 months training, right? If you practice well, I can say at least you will be updating in your CV 5 years experience, since you have already gained some business process and other areas experience, right? In FICO, yes, you can keep it. Yes, I have at least 5 years of experience in the treasury area. Now I can able to work all these areas. Okay, this is what how you can able to, you can grow after completion of this 5 months. Srini, hope did I answer your question? If any questions still, please let me know.
Yeah, fair enough. Thanks for clarification. And one more thing is the syllabus, whatever we have shown few minutes back, it look like very huge. Uh, and the what may I know what is the major topics are being used in the market in the sense the clients have required the right candidates with the if I compare with the right topics because
See, to answer, okay, sorry to cut you. See, it's a depends on client, Srini. I cannot say that this is the topic which client, one client is using, another client is not using. No, it's a depends on the client requirement, but majority of the clients, right, for it's a multinational clients, right? I would say that majority of the curriculum what we have seen, at least 80 to 90% features which are available. Okay, but small clients, right, they may not go for all the treasury and risk management modules implementation. There could be some permutations and combinations in case if they want to invest, if they want to go for a forex hedging, and that other things might be there. It's a depends on client to client. It would be differs, Lini. But if you ask me that majority of the clients, right, the bigger organizations, I'm sure the course content what we have seen from that list, around 80 to 90% our features are going to implement. Okay, so if anyone has any question, so please kindly let me know. Okay, fine, thank you. So if no questions, right, then I would like to start the first thing. Yes, thanks for the questions. Right. So now let me clarify one more thing. The few people's, right, because I was just showing that the PDF, you may not still not clear on that. I could see that. Okay, some people's, okay, FSCM. FSCM is a financial supply financial supply chain management. It has a huge scope nowadays because see, before, I would say that before 1990s, the person who is working on treasury, right, the organizations only they were treating the person only who is going to arrange the funds, whether the funds are available on time or not. But now, after 2000, the completely the organization, the management perception has been changed, especially that the treasury department has increased the responsibility, because earlier only the finance department. Now I can give a simple example. Now what we used to do in ECC, if I would like to create or if we would like to set up a new bank account, what we used to do, there were multiple teams responsibility was holding. Now one team, yes, treasury team can able to give the bank details, bank account number, key, and what would be the description and all. But to map the GL accounts for that particular bank account, again, there was a dependency. The treasury team need to coordinate with the finance department to get the GL accounts. So what are the GL accounts which are available? But now that perception has been changed in S4HANA. That is what a cash account concept which has been introduced in S4HANA. There is no dependency on finance now. Completely, they have handed over to the cash management team, or else the cash management is part of treasury. Yes, they can able to take independent decision. So there are few things, lot of things got changed, especially in S4HANA. And also even that due to the global uh, organization architecture also, yes. Okay. So now FSCM is being classified into the two parts. Just I would like to clarify, because might be that PDF is not because it has just run through, right? So that is the reason I want to clarify once again. So now here, let us see that. So part one and part two. So mention here is a part one. Let me mention here is a part two. Even I can also show you the same into the system. What is part one? What is part two? Okay, it's a depends on you how you are going to understand. Okay, so now first one here is a cash and liquidity management, then treasury. Under treasury, as I mentioned, there are a number of topics are there. I would say that the other one, sorry, I would say that here is a trade finance. Why I have considered this as an individual topic, right? Yes, it is a in separate topic which is available. Now, commodities, then coming to that, the next topic here is a risk management, then BCM, bank communication management, then MBC, multi-bank connectivity. Then the next one here is a IHC and IHB, in-house cash management and in-house banking. So these are the topics that will be part of part one. Now coming to that part two, what are the topics which are which we could see in the part two? Then credit management, collections management, then dispute management, then I just mentioned, right, Villar Direct, then this is a and functionality. Okay, just for your before, right, maybe towards end, sir, you said uh, okay. Now, in addition to this, right, as I mentioned, in case if there are any topics, right, but in this itself, there are huge topics are there, because the course curriculum, what you could see, right, it is not that much easy to complete within a short term. Yes, I do remember there are few trainers which they are going to provide very short period. But now, right, there should be we are investing the time. Yes, we are keeping our efforts. There should be some fruitful on top of the learning what we are going to see, right? Without having benefit, then we don't want to waste our time, because if by investing the same time, yes, we can also invest in some other area, some other wherever you have the feasibility. Okay, and also at the same time we are losing the money also. Okay, money, yes, we can gain money later on also if we lose also, but the thing is that time is very important for us. Okay, just for your kind information. Okay, So now I just want to clarify these are the things. If anyone still has any question, yes, but I again, right, under this, there are a lot of subtopics which are being involved that during the session, I'm going to clarify in detail about that one. Okay, if anyone need any clarification, if anything, so please kindly let me know before getting to start the session. Okay, fine. So now let me start the basic configuration of the FICO. And also before getting to start, right, I just want to, because few people joined, right? Let me show you the previous batch which was started on January. What you could see here in class, the detailed how the way which we are going to conduct the session. The similar way I'm going to conduct session where you can see that the path, the screenshots, the required explanation. And also in addition to this, one important, very, very important thing I forgot to tell you. Each and every topic. Okay, let's say now, let us assume we are going to start the cash and liquidity management. For this cash and liquidity management, if you will be part of the implementation, let's assume, or migration, whatever it may be, what kind of OSS notes would you like to refer? Yes, that is also which I am going to cover, especially in the session. Okay, so now see now you could see here in front of you, I'm just showing here because this is just for during the my whenever I'm going to demonstrate, right, for clients. Yes, I have prepared this one. So key relevant simplification in FI cash and liquidity management, and what would be the OSS note which you need to refer to before starting to the cash and liquidity management, and what are the important things. Okay, you could also see here the data flow and other information which has been captured, and cash and liquidity management key changes in S4 HANA. These are the things, right, which I have collected based on my past experience. See now, key relevant simplifications, cash and cash and liquidity management, memo records, what you could see, all these things which I have accumulated based on my past experience. Because to accommodate all these things in one sheet, right? We, I mean, Behind this, there are a lot of efforts, key changes in S4 HANA memory card. So the important things, important OSS notes, yes, which I am going to present in the session. You can utilize them, and also a separate PPT is available for all these things for OSS notes and information and all. I am going to upload that also. You can also utilize that one for your future reference purpose. But this will help a lot for your reference, and also whenever you are going to start a particular topic. Okay, just for your kind information. And other things are quite common, and also that what would be the application component we need to activate, and what are the changes between ECC and S4 HANA. Here you could see, even I was just trying to cover the between changes between 2022 and 2023. Okay, even the changes also which I'm going to cover in detail, just for your information. Okay, before getting to start the session, and that what are the things to be covered, the same way even for for your batch also, the same way which is going to cover. In case if there could be any new changes, okay, new things which has come into picture, which has been introduced by S4 HANA, if I'll come to know, definitely those are the things also will be covering in the session especially. Okay, just for your information. Okay, let us start the basic configuration of the FICO. I would recommend here, right, before getting to start the configuration, please kindly do the configuration at least 2 to 3 company codes. Okay, what will happen, right? There are few concepts are there, especially in the treasury. Yes, one company code means we have a concept in treasury, intercompany loans mechanism. and also that bank to bank transfer. There are treasury payment processes. What you might have seen that F110 and also F111, but in that also there are different kind of payments mechanisms which are in place in treasury, intercompany transfers, then bank to bank transfer, okay, third party transfer. So there are different kind of payment modes are there. In that situation, right, definitely you may require the multiple company codes in order to perform those scenario. Yes, you can also do within the company code also, but right, the moment when we are going to I mean, take example as a two company codes, the real challenges will come. Even whenever you are practicing also, let's say now you want to upload one EBS statement, you want to test one scenario, either payments or receivables or whatever it may be. Don't keep one customer line item or one vendor line item in the EBS statement. At least try to keep multiple items, because sometimes what system does, if it is a one line item, I mean one item in the statement, yes, system will understand that one only because one line item it is there, it will get processed. The moment when we have the two or three, I mean more line items, the actual problem will arise. Yes, the system will indicate that, yes, this is what it is going to. If those line items will be getting successfully processed, then we can understand, yes, now the configuration, it is working as expected. But until then, don't judge that, yes, the configuration, what I have done, yes, it is working. Don't understand, don't go in that way. Okay, I would, because practically I have seen, I faced such kind of issues. So that is the reason, let us configure at least two company codes for our practice purpose, then we can see the scenario. Okay, so now let's see configuration of FI and CO. Now, before getting to start the session, I believe we are all came from ECC background. In ECC, what we were doing, I still remember that one. Without controlling module, I mean, without us controlling area creation, without integration of the controlling module also, yes, independently, we were able to do the configuration only for finance module. Then we can be able to continue our practice. Postings, vendor posting, customer posting, GL postings, banks, other things, we were able to do that one. But whereas in S4 HANA, it's a completely has been changed. Perception has been changed. Even the functionality, especially the consulting point of view. If you ask me that, yes, business point of view, the process is the same. There are no changes in the business point of view. In terms of, if we talk about especially Fury apps, yes, that is the one of the new change for business people. A new analytics tool has come into picture. But in addition to that, right, there is no much impact on the business side. Yes, the other impact, right? The majority of the impact in S4 HANA impacting our consulting only. Without doing configuration FICO, basic settings of FI together controlling module, you cannot be able to complete, or you cannot able to post a single document into the system. I'm sure about it. If you would have experience, right, then you will definitely you will come to know. Okay, because finance module is always dependent on CO controlling module. The reason behind that, as you already aware, all the primary, secondary cost elements which were in controlling module in ECC, now they are part of our GL accounting. So that could be the reason while creation of the GL account itself, if it is a revenues and expenditure GL account, we must have to map the cost element category. That is where that integration, the beginning itself, we must have to do. Without that, we cannot able to. Yes, the system might allow to create the GL account without cost element mapping, but still while posting, definitely we could see that error, just for your information. So that is the reason we cannot skip this configuration. Always we must have to complete basic configuration together with finance and controlling module. Okay, just for your information. For I would like to say here, if you really want to stretch about the basic configuration, yes, let us see that what is the configuration. And also before getting to this, right, let us have a quick organization structure. Organization structure. Then let us see. Then after that, I mean, organization structure, what is company, company codes, chart of accounts, other information, right? Other information. Let us see that one. Then after that, we can jump into the configuration perspective. Company, let us understand that what always, right, when you are defining a company, however you want, you can define description, whatever you want, but you just keep in mind while defining the company codes, right? Then always it should be a manufacturing industry point of view, not a trading organization. I'm just reiterating once again for your information. Okay, because especially the corporate treasury, which is going to support how we are going to mitigation of the risk, that we will see in the upcoming sessions. Okay, first let us complete the. Okay, right. So now let us start the configuration. Yes, so now company codes. Company codes, let us define, as I mentioned, right? There will be a two company codes, M001. Then let us see the M002. Let us define these two company codes. Now, next one, chart of accounts. Chart of accounts is a, let me keep it as a MR because I am not going to touch about group chart of accounts and all. Yes, let us see the further things, major things only. I'm just keeping here controlling area. Controlling area. Let us keep the same for unique for better understanding here. So by using this information, right, then field status group. Field status group. So just for understanding purpose only. Okay. Then the next one, posting period. Posting period variant. Let us keep. Then let us continue because this is the high level organization structure, because just for unique understanding purpose, we all should be in a same page. That is what my understanding is that. Okay, that is the reason I just have described here. So let us continue configuration. So now even we do have the 2022, 2023 also. Yes, now I'm going to use 2023 only. And also the client, as I mentioned, right, 200. And also which is going to support all Fury apps. So you can also access at any point of time Fury apps also. Right. Define financial accounting, define a company. Yes, the path is being copied. Let us go for the new entries. Let's configure change tier. I can use the same tier until to end of the session. Right. So we have defined the company. Let me. So it will help us for future reference also. Because I am not going to stretch about FI and CO configuration, because wherever the changes are being involved, like ECC and S4HANA, definitely I'm going to stretch it, because we know that organization structure, what is company code, what is the difference between both of the terms, right? Then maybe I'm not going to stretch. If anyone still would require, right, I'm also giving the other option. Very soon we are going to start, I'm going to start a new FICO batch. In that, right, you can also be part of the session about, you will come to know more in detail about what is the company code, the other things, right, until to basic configuration, you can be part of in the session. Okay, so if anyone would like to still wanted to know in detail about the company code, all the arc structure, yes, you can be always welcome. And also in advance, please let me know. And also when the batch is going to start, FICO batch, I will communicate in the group, I mean in the class. So you can let me know, so that I will communicate to my backend team. Yes, they are going to share with you the invitation and all. You can be part of that session. Okay, just for your information. Now, coming back to that, define define company code. Just click on new entries, as I mentioned, right? So now let us give the let us define the two company codes. Okay, let me define another company code. That one. Okay, so now what we have done, we have defined the two company codes here. So now let us proceed further. Just for your information, credit control area and other things, right? Now I am going to touch, I'm not going to touch about those things. Yes, that would required during the credit management that we can see that one. Now assign company code to company. Okay. Now assign company code to company. We just have completed. Now let us go for the further configuration. Okay, coming to the financial accounting. Financial accounting global settings, even ledgers we could see here. And in case if you would like to configure the multiple ledgers, yes, you can also do the configuration. Yes, we can do that, the ledger configuration also. Okay, so now we can define ledgers also going forward. First, let us define the fiscal year variant, maintain fiscal year variant. So I just want to let you know here, until here, if you, while if you go and view that Excel sheet, sometimes it may not visible. So that is the reason I'm just keeping in two lines. This the path. The previous batch peoples even they were just saying that, sir, this we cannot see that towards end that configuration. So that is, I mean, the path. That is the reason. If it will be lengthy, if it go beyond this, right? So they were unable to see. That is the reason. I'm just practicing this one. Let us continue. Okay, so now as we know that we are going to in India from April to March, the year, the fiscal year here is a. So let us pick this one. And also, as you already aware, what is the special periods, what is the year dependent. So what is the calendar year? Hope you already aware of that one. That I have already given hint. Okay, if you would like to know the more and more details about this, each and every basic setup, right? You just be part of that FICO session so that you will be gaining more knowledge about that one. Okay, so now send all year dependent, right? 01. Let me pick any one, or we can also utilize that existing one V3 or K4. There are few things which are already there. Let me check, cross check once again. Yes, January to the periods which are already available. Yes, can pick this one. Assign company code to fiscal year variant. Okay, define variant for open and closed posting periods. Let us complete this one. Then after that, we'll jump into the chart of accounts and other configuration. Okay, assign variant to company code. Okay, open and closed posting periods. Yes, we can keep it this one. The all periods, let it be open. So so now let's give plus. I don't want to configure 2026 to the period 2026. Yes, so special periods and all, if at all, yes, if at all special periods, right, we would like to, then we can do the configuration. 15, 16, 21. Specify complete intervals. So again, system is asking here also. Okay, this I think anyhow you are already aware.
You can give the last year also, Vijay.
Yeah. That is what. Yes, we can definitely we can, because since that last year, right, the audit, if it is audit is going on, yes, we can give that one. That yes, but still, right, these things are required. Again, here 2025, yes, this may require. So that is the reason it was not aligned. Yes. Thank you. So now Okay, so the ledgers, yes, we can see the upcoming sessions. What are the ledgers? How many ledgers does it require for our company code? Then we can see that one. Now, coming to that, general ledger accounting, very important thing. Please kindly concentrate from here onwards. I would require you people to be focused. Preparations, chart of accounts. Define chart of accounts. Yes, as we know that to configure chart of accounts as compared with the ECC, there are no changes in the chart of accounts because the similar logic is applicable here. Then you can also create operational chart of accounts. You can also create a group chart of accounts. You can also define country specific chart of accounts. The way of creation chart of accounts, there is no differ as compared with ECC. But now, yes, let us see now. Sorry, first let us complete this one. Then after that, I'll pitch into that the more detailed about the say that operational chart of accounts of leave blank the length however we want. Yes, it could be a 6 digit, 1 digit, 10 digits max that we can create 10 digits. Yes, we can be able to choose depends on our requirement. Now assign company code to chart of accounts. Okay, so now this is important for us. Define account groups. So as compared with the ECC system, so in general, what we were doing in ECC system, define account groups. So when we had ECC, even in S4 HANA also, until S4 HANA version 1909, we were able to create account groups in ECC. The account groups which were related to balance sheet, in that balance sheet, asset liabilities, and as part of the profit and P&L accounts, we were able to create expenditure and revenue related account groups we were able to create. But in S4 HANA, the moment when they introduced the first S4 HANA version as a simple finance system, in that they come up with the concept to call it as a finance. All the financial things are they brought into under one umbrella. During that process, right, they have come up with all the primary cost elements they made as a primary and a secondary cost elements. They are part of finance module, meaning that we would like to create a separate group, separate GL account group for secondary cost elements along with the balance sheet, profit and loss account. The third account group we need to create for secondary cost elements. In addition to this, from S4 HANA 2020 onwards, SAP has introduced a new concept called it as a cash account. What is the use of cash account? Yes, that we are going to discuss in detail in the upcoming sessions. What is the purpose? What is the need? How it is going to helps to the organizations, that we can see. But now, by considering that one, we would like to define the account groups, right? Keep in mind, maybe you are going to again further drill down the account. Let's say the balance sheet. Under balance sheet, let's classify the assets. Assets, we may have the different kind of assets like fixed assets, current assets, tangible assets, intangible assets. There could be a number of assets. Again, we can classify further under the fixed assets. Again, liabilities also, yes, we were doing a lot of classification. Even now also we can do that. But still, right, in addition to the balance sheet, profit and loss account, related revenues and expenditure, and as well as in addition to the secondary cost element GL account type, then we would require to create a new account type, cash account. So the concept of cash account, which has been introduced from S/4HANA 2020 onwards, yes, it is going to help a lot for banking, especially for when we are going to create the bank accounts. So that we can see in detail about it. Okay, so to define the chart of accounts, yes, let me just keep it here. Then from tomorrow, let us do this configuration in the tomorrow session, because if I start now also, yes, definitely it would require some explanation. So that is the reason it is going to beyond our timings. Then we can see. Okay, I'm just stopping here. Yes, you can utilize, just for your information, you can use the same invitation until to further communication to get into the sessions, daily session. Okay, there will be no new invitation. You can please kindly utilize the same one and you can join in the session. Okay, so until my further communication.